Welcome back to Art of Feminine's 5 traits of women's love needs. And last week we discussed a man's love needs, and today we are discussing 5 fundamental love needs for women. So if you know of any men in your life who need to see this video, then please do share. So what are 5 essential love needs for women? Well, the first love need is love and acceptance. Women need to feel that they are loved and accepted by the man that they are with, particularly in a romantic setting. The second love need that they have is emotional intimacy, and I think that this is extremely important for women. And this generally happens through meaningful communication. For a woman to be able to feel that she is emotionally connected to a man is extremely important, to the extent that statistics show that most of the time women who are unfaithful to a husband, it's generally not from a sexual perspective. The underlying basis of it is that there is a profound emotional need that they have to connect with a man. So, generally speaking, how does a man encourage an emotional connection? And that is generally through communication. And the problem that we face is that men and women communicate very differently. And where men sometimes get it wrong with women is that a woman will come home and they will have a problem. And generally for women, talking about the problem is in and of itself what they want to do. Men will offer a solution, because to most men, if there's a problem, there must be a solution, and they will offer the woman the solution. And then men generally will feel very frustrated if the woman doesn't take them up on that advice or doesn't implement the advice. So if men and women are able to actually find ways of communicating with one another in such a way as to understand that we are essentially different in how we communicate, and the way in which we communicate the message, the tone behind it, and the impact that it has on each other, that will definitely go a long way to establishing better emotional connection. The third love need that women have is also affirmation, just like men. And I think that as a woman, what this essentially means is that women need to feel like they are encouraged, like they have a partner or male relationships where you feel like you've got someone on your team and someone on your side. And I'm sure that it's exactly the same for men, to be affirmed by someone. The fourth love need that women have, and I think it's very important, particularly on a dating scene, is that women need to feel safe. It's a fundamental love need. And what this essentially means is that it's important for men to develop a rapport with a woman so that they feel like they can trust the man. They feel like they are able to have the ability to open up and express themselves, and to express themselves in a nurturing and caring way, and to also feel secure. And I think that the difficulty that many women have is that they don't usually feel safe with men sometimes, in the sense that their ideas might be put down. Or another common problem that we see in marital settings, which apparently is a fundamental reason for the breakdown of a marriage, is that men sometimes, and women I suppose, is that they don't seek the opinion of the woman in their lives. So they will make decisions, and they won't necessarily ask their partner for their input before making the decisions. And it leads to a situation where a woman feels like she doesn't feel safe, and that she's not being trusted by a partner, and she's not being included by a partner. The last love need that a woman has, the fifth one, is a feeling to be seen. to be seen. And when I read about this particular love need, it reminded me of a song by Bruce Springsteen called The Secret Garden. I'm sure many of you will have seen it in that movie, of Jerry Maguire, where Bruce Springsteen speaks about the secret garden, allowing someone into the secret garden. And to my mind, when I meet women from all races and ages and cultures, I genuinely get the impression that that woman has a garden. Some of them are very creative. They have an interest in art. Others are very passionate about design. Others are very passionate about food. Some are passionate about animals and about caring for the vulnerable. Others are very financially driven. They're very corporate and they're very astute with issues of tax and business. But on either interpretation, most women that I meet, if not all, when you meet them, they have this uniqueness to them. And many times it's a garden that's not well tended. And in other instances, it's a full-blown garden with roses and lavender and jasmine, and they have really nurtured themselves so that they can present a picture that is completely unique. Your Coco Chanel is fundamentally different from your Marilyn Monroe, is fundamentally different from your Angela Merkel. They are different. They have a different garden. And you meet men sometimes and they can see that. They look at a woman in a way where they know that she's different, and they can actually name and pinpoint what is so unique and so different about them. And many relationship coaches say to women that men don't fall in love with generics. They actually fall in love with what is different about that particular woman. And I think that is very true, because it's the differences and the uniqueness that makes women so appealing. When you think of, for example, Maya Angelou, and for example, Michelle Obama, or for example, Maria Callas, and you look at how different these women are, how different their talents are, and the way that they approach people in life. And I can see that the men who fall in love with them have fallen in love with that uniqueness. So I hope that this is helpful, and I hope that you find it worthwhile. And please do just subscribe to our newsletter. And if you are around in Johannesburg in February, we are having our first physical event, which is a high tea, and please contact us if you want to attend. Thank you so much.